Hello, and welcome to Talking Schmidt. I'm your host, Eric Schmidt.
Hello, I am Greg Burmeister.
And it's very exciting times we're living in.
Some of the best.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about all that. Have you seen this AI stuff?
Oh, buddy, don't get me started.
Well, while I was out of town, we didn't have an episode last week because I was out of town. I got back and there's this new store downstairs from me. It's called the Organic Snacks Store.
Sounds like some hippie vegan.
It sounds like it.
Yeah,
but it's not.
It sounds like it should be in Williamsburg or something.
It does, but it's just selling Doritos and Pepsi. Like there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing.
There's sugar and sodium.
Yeah, there's nothing special. There's nothing organic in the place. And I think what happened is they had AI make their sign. It has some unusual, like, Organic Snacks Store is all, like, you can read that. It's normal. It looks normal. But then above it in smaller font, it has the words
Jokerman font.
It has Rusters Potrors.
Doesn't sound like the English language.
No, and like also in smaller versions of the logo, those words are different. And in one of them, it looks like either Arabic or Russian letters. So
I mean, it's kind of funny. It's
sure
not I can't imagine it does much for the business. But,
no. I mean, like, you look at it and you're like, there's something off about this sign. And then when you start looking close, you're like, oh yeah, what the fuck? Okay, so Rustors Potrors.
What?
And at first I was like, maybe that's their names, but like it's not the same on any other, like, that you see it several times and it's not the same. So it's no one's name, I don't think. And then underneath Organic Snack Store, it says Logal. Logal,
like local with a G.
Like maybe they were going for local, but like
so
to
bad.
claim your store as local is hilarious.
Yeah,
because like of course it's
like,
local.
Yes,
it's right there.
No matter where it is, it's local to that neighborhood.
Oh, we're local.
Yeah,
we're a local.
Yeah.
Unlike the other guys, we're a local.
Clearly,
we're a local store. And then there's like. You know, there's like images of snacks, like, but they just look shitty, like computer made, like they look shitty, like human computer made, like someone made it with like a Microsoft Paint.
Yeah,
it just says like soda drink on like a can or something.
It's like try this can of Prongles.
Yeah, right. It's just like what the fuck. And then there's a woman, what's supposed to be a woman, but she's got what looks like a fancy cloth COVID mask over her entire face. I
saw your picture of that.
Yeah. And it has the logo for the place. It has the Organic Snack Store. And then it has like the weird words above it and logo underneath. And then of course I looked closely. She has 6 fingers. Like
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
that's like hilarious.
There's like I forget which hand it is. It's like her left hand and you got a pinky. A ring, a middle, an index, and then there's an extra finger up here,
like a double pointer finger.
And then you can also see her thumb down below. So I'm like, yeah, there's 6 fingers.
So weird.
So yeah.
I was at like the best seafood restaurant that I've ever been to. I think they do. I was there with my friend last Thursday, and they have like these big like. Beautiful paintings, like 6 feet wide on the walls. Mm-hmm. And my friend that I was there with was like, that's AI, right? And we took a closer look and I'm pretty sure it was. I'm like, is this just what's going on now? Like,
so weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No, like get some real art.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or like also just, just write, even if it just was the name, you don't have, like, just get that right.
Come on.
And don't have these weird other words. Like
nobody needs 6
was
fingers.
there no proofreading either? Like, okay, well, we don't need these. I don't know what these 2 words up top are, but we can get rid of those. Also, I'm not sure what logo means. We can get rid of that. So, like, I mean, you should be able to edit it at least. You'd be like, okay, well, it came up with like a cool font, which like also just pick a font that already exists.
Yeah,
dumbass.
there are millions of. I mean, Google Fonts and Adobe Fonts alone have like thousands of pretty cool fonts.
Yeah,
like come on.
Also, what was there before was this weed store that they closed down because it wasn't licensed. And then the new logo has, I think again, it's AI generated, but I think it's supposed to be like a rolling pin, but it looks like a joint from across the street. So I'm like, is this just the weed store again? They're like, nope, organic snack store, And
ooh, yeah.
well, that'll get them. But it's,
get your Doritos and Prongles.
I should have gone inside and checked to see if all the labels on the products were not AI. But is this even real? Like, what am I?
Where am I?
Is this a simulation? Am I in a video game now? But anyway, yeah, super weird. But anyway, yeah. So,
oh, hey now.
Yeah.
I feel that it's one of those days.
Yeah, there's the pollen out. It's a beautiful looking day, but you step out, it's in your face.
It's that time of year.
So anyway, I was out of town last week, as I mentioned. I had a show in Lakeland, Florida, opening for my friend Rojo Perez.
Very funny man.
Very funny man. It was wonderful time, wonderful show. We had over 100 people show up.
Really? Wow, that's a great turnout.
Yeah. So thank you to all my family and all my friends that came out to support us, and all of Rojo's friends, and by God, if there was any of his family, thanks to them too.
Is Rojo from Florida?
No, he's from Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
So what an interesting path he took, by the way. Puerto Rico, and then went to my hometown for college for some reason.
Oh, yeah. So that makes sense.
And then straight to New York. So
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting path.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it was a great time. It was a fun show. The audience was great. I felt we did well. I think the audience felt we did well too, which is good. You want to be in agreement about that kind of thing.
Yes.
And yeah, it was just a really fun time. It was great to see so many friends and family out and about at the show. Went to like the bar we all used to go to. Molly's is the name of it. And I saw something I'd never seen before.
Ooh, what's that?
I saw a possum walking around outside the bar.
Gross.
Yeah, not in the bar, thank God. But it was just like, everyone was like, what the I was like, this is odd, right? Like, I've been to this bar probably 100 times in my life. I mean, I guess they have possums outside.
I've seen a few possums. They're off-putting, to say the least.
Rare to see one alive.
Yeah. Usually they're just on the side of the road.
Usually they're dead. Yeah. I didn't know they came living. I didn't know that was a thing.
They're just always dead.
Scientists can't explain.
Reproduce. They're always dead.
Scientists can't explain how they live. But anyway, yeah. So, but either way, Lakeland, fun time, fun show.
Very good.
And but then I went to North Carolina. My mom recently moved into a new house there, so I helped with some things around there.
And that's where your sister is.
Sister lives there too, and it was my mom's birthday, so we killed a few birds with one stone on this trip. But yeah, it was. We went to the Wilmington has a wonderful aquarium which I hadn't been to yet. Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh yeah, those sharks.
Yeah, I saw some sharks.
I love a nice shark. If it's not, if I'm not in the water with it.
Sure, yeah, I mean, that's ideal. You don't want to be in there with it. But they had alligators and sharks at this aquarium because North Carolina is the northernmost state that has alligators.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you'd think it might be too cold. They also have palm trees in Wilmington, which is nuts. They have alligators and palm trees. Yeah, pretty cool. So anyway, they have an albino alligator, which is always neat.
Oh, yes.
It sucks to be an albino alligator, though, because they get very sunburned,
true,
like they don't usually live that long because also they can't hide from anything.
I was gonna say their camouflage is
just completely
little
lost.
Off.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? Oh my God.
It's a massive white thing.
I don't think they get to be massive unless they're at a zoo. I think you should get eaten pretty quick in the wild, man. But anyway, yeah. So that was cool. I was walking through. They had like a bunch of sharks' teeth and or sharks' jaws, I guess, with the teeth in them. There was like a hallway of them, like in
almost
order.
Like a museum. Or something.
Yeah. But it was like in order. There were some small ones and some big ones, and this couple was looking at them, and the woman goes, "Man, I bet that would hurt."
Touche.
Yeah, getting bit by a shark would probably
those teeth are not desirable.
No, tend to hurt. I would imagine. Yes. I haven't experienced it myself, but yeah. But either way, a great time down there. Great restaurants, great bars, good fun. I went and saw Wilco while I was down there.
That's right. Yeah. How was that?
Good time.
I've only seen them once, and it was at the Late Show when they did
the live on Letterman.
Yep, that was the only time I've seen them live.
I tried to look that up. It's not on the internet anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is a bummer because it was such a great show. Were you front row? I was front row.
No, I think I was actually towards the back for that one.
Yeah, I got there and they were like, all the security guys were like, "Come up, sit up here." And
he was like, "He's with me."
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to be on the entire show. But anyway, it was fun. It was good to see Wilco. My sister went. We had a lot of fun at that show. So one of her friends had too many tickets and gave us some like lawn seats at this venue. We were like, cool, thanks, whatever. And then we were kind of standing close to the front. We were just, there's like barricades. We were just kind of standing by them. And this cop or security guy came up and was like, you can't stand here. We got to keep this area clear. But do you want to go up to the front? And we were like, yes.
What kind of question is that?
Yeah. So he just let us walk up there. And we just kept going too. We're like, he didn't say where we had to stop.
That sounds like something that would happen to me.
Yeah.
I've been in that situation many times.
Exactly. That's
just go with it. See how far you can take it.
I was like, I feel like Greg right now. But we walked up to like the fifth row and we're like, well, this is good.
Nice.
We'll take this. Yeah. So it was a good time. And while I was gone, the Knicks made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right. And so did my Timberwolves.
So did the Timberwolves.
I'm really hoping for a Wolves-Knicks championship.
I feel like that would be sad because then,
I know. It's my two top teams.
Yeah.
I live in New York, but I'm an OG Timberwolves fan.
Who would you root for? Obviously the Wolves.
Timberwolves.
Yeah, the Wolves, right?
Yeah.
Because have they won one? Have they ever won
I don't think they've ever won.
Never won a finals.
A championship.
Okay. I'm excited. I would rather that didn't happen, though, because I'd feel bad rooting against your Wolves.
Yeah, my boys. Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it'd be exciting either way.
Yeah, their coaching staff is awful. Like they've got the talent. Like in terms of players, the Timberwolves are probably the best team out there. But their coaching is just awful.
Okay, well, good to know. I wasn't aware of this. I just assumed they were good because they made it this far.
A lot of very good players.
Yeah. And then
sometimes don't know how to play with each other.
Okay, we'll find out who they will play today.
Yep. It's either
it's Sunday when we're recording.
Yes, the Thunder or the Nuggets.
Yeah, Thunder Nuggets, great band name.
Thunder Nuggets.
Yeah. So, either way, very exciting playoffs, NBA playoffs. It's been really fun to watch at the bars in New York too. Have you been to watch any?
No, I actually haven't watched any outside of my home.
Well, we should go on Wednesday, watch game 1.
Oh, I'm going to a concert Wednesday at Irving Plaza. Times are tough.
Who are you going to see?
I'm going to see Peter, Bjorn, and John.
Oh, well, that'll be fun.
Going to see him with friend of the pod, Lori.
Oh, very good.
Yes,
that'll be fun. You guys will have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if the Knicks win, after your show, after the game, maybe we go to Madison Square Garden and get in the fracas. Have you seen the fracases going on?
No.
Oh, buddy, they end up having to close down.
I don't even know what a fracas is.
I'm not sure either, but they end up having to close down 7th Avenue because everyone's just out in the street partying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, going nuts. Did you see? And I guess you didn't see. Timothy Chalamet was in the fracas.
I saw a friend of the pod, Frank's picture with him.
I don't think that was recent. I think that was. Think that he just has.
I thought there might have been a little something fishy going on there. Because he didn't post it to his main grid. I was like,
right.
If I met Timothy Chalamet, I'm hard posting that.
Mean gridding that bad boy. Yeah. No. So Timothy Chalamet has been going to the games. I guess he's like a really big Knicks fan and has been for a very long time. Not one of these bandwagon.
He's like Spike Lee.
Yeah, right. He's the new Spike Lee. Yeah. Not one of these bandwagon Knicks fans. But he's just been going nuts. And after the game, he pulled up in his car and hung out of his window, and people were hugging him and smacking him, and
weird.
Not smacking in a bad way, but in a good way.
Well, yeah, he was born and raised in New York City.
Hell's Kitchen, I think.
Yeah, so
right.
It makes sense that he's a big Knicks fan.
Big Knicks fan. Big Knicks energy.
Yes,
that guy. Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm excited about it. But yeah, I'll text you on Wednesday after the game if the Knicks win. Maybe we can go up there and get into the fracas, if you will.
Let's keep.
And then they play Friday as well. Though there should be a game too.
Yeah. Hopefully. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I think
regardless of who wins,
all right, we're having game 2.
Likely be a game 2.
Sure. So we can maybe go on that night too. But anyway, or watch that somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just so excited about these finals. I've been having a really good time watching them, and it's so fun to go watch with a bunch of fans. Of the team. Is there a Minnesota bar in town?
Not that I know of, it's kind of a bummer because I feel like anywhere I go to watch, if it is the Wolves Knicks, it's just going to be all Knicks fans.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like the one Minnesota guy.
Yeah.
Just sitting in the corner by myself.
Trying to stay quiet.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But either way, I'm excited, and I'm excited for the Wolves as well. But I don't know if you saw this, Greg, or if I told you, but I've been selected. I've been appointed by the Manhattan Borough President, Mark Levine, to my community board.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, you texted me the other day, and I was very happy for you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. And you might be asking, what does that mean? And I would ask you,
what does that entail?
Well, I would ask you the same thing.
Yes.
No, so there's a community board for every neighborhood or every district, I guess. So mine is the Upper West Side, so 59th Street to 110th, and then Central Park West to the Hudson River.
Oh, I didn't realize it was so specific. I thought it was just kind of like a New York City, like as a whole.
Oh no,
thing.
Yeah,
it's like each neighborhood.
Yeah, there's several community boards in each borough.
Gotcha.
And you either get appointed by your city council person or your borough president. Or at least that's the way it works for Manhattan. I'm pretty sure that's the way it would work in all the other boroughs. But anyway, so I submitted for it a few months ago. I did a little like interview type thing.
Was it basically like a job application?
Kind of, yeah. And then they're like, we'll let you know. And then they did let me know. Apparently there were 9 openings. I got one of 9. There's 50 people on each community board, or each community board can have up to 50, I think. And so there were 9 openings, and I got one of them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And the term, I believe, is 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. I think. I mean, unless you like fuck off or like don't ever show up or whatever.
As long as you like do a somewhat decent job.
As long as you do your job, I think you get
show up.
I think you get a second term.
Very
but
nice.
that's it. You're term limited. You can only do 2.
Oh, really?
Now, what people sometimes do after they serve on a community board is they go on to run for city council, which I may very well do. Yeah. So this is like the lowest form of government. It's got to be a nicer way to say that. Is the lowest branch of
almost
local,
like internship level, like paid audience page level.
But apparently, what happens is there's people that are like really old who do it, and there's people who are really young who do it. There's not many people like in their middle age me who do it. So I'm excited either way.
Hopefully, you just keep moving up a step each time. Eventually, maybe you'll be president of the United States.
What a day that would be, man. Fingers crossed, buddy. But anyway, so either way, excited, and I'll be on like some sort of committees. There's several. They may even start an arts one. There's not an arts committee for my community board.
I think you should head that up.
That would be fun. Yeah. We'll see. I'll keep everybody posted. And by the way, if you have questions, if you're like one of my constituents who happens to listen to this podcast, by all means, feel free to ask questions. I'm happy to read them and answer them here on the podcast.
Yeah.
If you're not a constituent of mine, but just have general interest in, policies that affect communities, local things, or even national things, happy to, reach out.
Send us an email at talkingschmidt69 at gmail.com.
Yeah, or if you know me or Greg, you just text one of us, or
one of the lucky few that has our actual contact
info. Group
info.
Text us if you wanted.
Buddy.
Yeah. So anyway, very excited about that. I feel like we've said excited more than
we're excited about
just
a lot of things this week.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is weird as shit. So I get home from my trip the other day, and there's this letter to me. I'm not going to hold up the envelope because it does have my address on it. But anyway, it's handwritten, and it says, and on the back of the
that's a lot of writing on the back of that envelope.
Yeah, on the back it's a Bible quote. It's
which verse?
John 17:3. This means everlasting life. They're coming to know you, the only true God, and the one whom you sent.
That makes sense.
Jesus Christ.
The book of John is very much in that vein. It's like John 3:16, for God so loved the world. You know that one?
Sure, yeah. I'm
familiar with this. Very good.
Yeah. So I opened the letter. I'm like, what a weird friend of mine has sent me this.
Yeah.
My first thought was friend of the podcast, Ryan Bynack.
It's funny. I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a Ryan Bynack type thing.
Yes. So I open it and again, it's handwritten. It doesn't seem, and also they have my address and my name, which seems kind of odd.
Any money in it?
I was hoping. I was like, maybe this is some prank where they give me money.
Yeah.
Lord knows the churches have enough. So anyway, then it turns out to just be like, there's a pamphlet in here. How do you view the Bible? So it appears to be some official religious documents. The free Bible course. Go to jw.org. And then
you could probably just Google the Bible.
Sure, yeah. Or I think I have one.
Yeah.
I think every American,
they're in every hotel room.
Yeah, I keep stealing them from there. So then there's a handwritten note.
Wow, that is a long note.
Yeah, dated. I think I can show this because it doesn't have anything like my address or social security number on it. But dated May 12th, and like I said, the front of the envelope had my name on it.
Yeah,
they looked up my name. They put it. They hand wrote it on the front of this, but then they were too lazy to do it in the note, so it just says "Dear Reader."
That's very funny.
And then you come to find out what they're wanting me to join is the Jehovah's Witness Church.
I thought they were more of a in-person type of outreach committee.
I mean,
like they come knocking on your door.
Sure. In New York, it's a little tougher to do.
That's true. Yeah, you got to get in the building first before you can knock on someone's door.
I'm glad they didn't knock on my door. They just sent me this odd letter. It is strange. I don't know how they got my name to put with my address. Handwritten's a little odd.
Also, their handwriting is awful.
It's interesting. I don't know that I would say it's awful. It is interesting, but
you can barely read a word on that page.
Sincerely. Donyale Clark,
writer of this message.
Yeah.
Dear reader.
It's strange.
So, that is very
I know
bizarre.
if you're like a Christian, if you're an evangelical Christian, you might have heard the start of that and been like, well, good. I'm glad some church folk are reaching out to Eric.
Yeah.
But then when you find out it's the Jehovah's Witnesses, you're probably like, oh no, that's no good. Not that.
Yeah, no thanks.
That's no good. But anyway, that's weird mail.
Throw it in the trash.
Weird mail for the week. A little disturbing. Hey, I flew on a plane the other day and I lived to tell the tale.
That's very good news.
Yep.
You hear about all this Newark airport nonsense?
So the day I was taking off to leave, that's what was going on. So a little concerning.
Buddy.
Thankfully, I was leaving out of LaGuardia Airport.
Oh, good. My favorite airport.
Yes, the best. Because of Sully. That's the one Sully took off out of. Yeah.
Also, it's 10 minutes from my apartment.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so flew out of there and lived to tell the tale, which is great. Weird thing happened when I was coming back, though. They were like, we're looking for volunteers to not go back today.
Oh, yeah, I've had that happen before.
And we'll give you $1,200.
Wow.
And they were like, and it's not, it is money. It is not a voucher. It is
That's huge.
Yeah, so I was like,
yeah, I would.
I'll stay in Wilmington a couple days. Fuck it, man.
Yeah.
But one guy was already in line before me when they made the announcement.
Bummer.
And so I guess they only ended up needing one, which sucks. But they did upgrade me to first class, but that flight's so short.
Yeah,
and it's a small
really
plane.
Matter.
Yeah, and also I wasn't like trying to get fucking wasted. Yeah. I was like, this is kind of a waste of a first class thing. Yeah. But either way, the airline stuff's a little concerning. Like I'm not trying to fly like anymore this year.
It's funny when I landed in Bermuda for your 40th birthday. I was talking to somebody who worked at the Bermuda airport, just at a little gift shop, and she was saying the same thing. She's like, "It's weird because I work at the airport, but I am terrified to fly these days."
Yeah, fuck that, man. It's scary times. And then I don't know if you saw, but the guy who's arguably causing all of this turmoil at the airports and with the airlines and everything, Donald Trump, president of the United States, he was given a plane.
Yes, by $400 million plane.
Mm-hmm. By who gave it to him?
Qatar. So
or Qatar, is that how you pronounce it?
I did more research on the pronunciation of that word than I should have, and it seems like it's very ambiguous, and depending on where you are in the world, it's pronounced differently.
Okay.
Like I saw some Reddit threads where people who actually live in Qatar or Qatar, they were like, honestly, even people who live here don't know how to say it.
Okay, good. All right, so we're good either way.
Yeah, then the news has been saying Qatar, but I don't know. I always say Qatar. Who knows?
And I've seen a lot of. Okay, well, I'm glad we're fine either way. I've seen a lot of people talking about this on the internet. It does seem odd. It seems a little unprecedented. But I did see someone said, well, I guess people forget that Bill Clinton kept this helicopter that was given to him. And I was like, whoa, is that true?
Factual?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Looked it up? No. Nope.
Didn't happen.
And actually, it wasn't even like a rumor or a conspiracy until after. Like the first instances of that ever showing up were after this $400 million plane things. So like, it's just really funny. I guess people forget about this. It's like, it's because that didn't happen. People forgot about it because it didn't happen.
Decades earlier.
Also, like they're wanting to turn it into Air Force One, right? Like, that's the whole thing. And then I thought, if I'm not mistaken, it would cost like $1 billion to upgrade it to be an Air Force One.
Exactly, because there are so many like security protocols that they have to obviously make sure it's resistant to
everything,
bombs or it's.
I don't know how comfortable I would be if I was the next president of the United States flying around in that. I'd be like, I don't trust the fucking people who made this plane.
I feel like there's something off about that. Like they're definitely bugging it, or like there's some kind of
there's something not good about
it.
Yeah. Like no thanks. White people are upset this week. I don't know if you saw this. Well, white people are upset a lot.
Most of the time.
But white folks are upset. Not you or me, I guess, but this plantation in Louisiana burned down. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And I don't think they know what caused it, but and lots of black folks, I don't want to generalize, are happy about it. Which, like, yeah,
fair.
I get it. Yeah, I understand why you might be happy, but why that might be a good thing. I did always find it odd when people wanted to have their weddings at those. Right?
Yeah.
Always seemed a little strange to me. I'm like, you know what happened here, right? Like, it's not a good vibe.
Happiest place.
No, it's not a good vibe situation going on here. And like, oftentimes white people will be like, or not white. I don't want to generalize all white people. Not all white people say this, but some white people are like, well, I didn't enslave people. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But still, maybe find a different venue.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Like, there's got to be anything. There's got to be other things.
Literally anywhere else.
Yeah. I just
go to a park, the beach. I don't know.
White folks love the beach. Go to the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Go do it at the beach, man. I don't know. I just feel like, why do mental gymnastics to defend plantations? Like, just let it go, man.
Come on.
Just let it go. And good news, well, that I think arguably that plantation burning down is good news. But in other good news, then there's a new pope. Or is that good news? I don't know. Is that good news?
The Chicago guy.
Which, that happened, because we didn't have an episode last week, but there's a new pope. Some people are excited about it. In general, I don't want to say anything too crazy here, but I think the Catholic Church has done a lot of bad things.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, we got like a guy who said, and arguably this new one has said some good things, but I think he's also done his part to like help perpetuate and protect some of the pedophiles.
Yes. To do some covering up, so to speak.
Yeah. So he might be cool on some subjects, but like, on a pretty big one, he's not that cool. Also, again, I feel like we've got a low bar here because, again, this is a man who is so into Jesus that he's given up sex.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly.
For his entire life.
Yeah. Like, come on. That's just a little too much. That's extreme.
Yeah.
That's a little extreme. So anyway, maybe the new pope will do only good things.
Yeah, hopefully he's another people's pope.
Yeah,
like
hopefully.
the last one.
Yes, hopefully. And then another thing that's got white folks all riled up.
It never ends.
I don't know if you saw it. James Comey, an unlikely source for this, and I didn't see the post. I didn't try to find the post he deleted, but he was the head of the FBI under Obama, I believe, and then a little bit under Donald Trump's first administration. But I guess he saw some seashells on the beach, and someone had written with the seashells the numbers 86 and 47. Now, 47 is in reference to the current president, Donald Trump. He's also the 45th president, 45th and 47th president. And then 86, I understand to mean just like get rid of. I've heard it to mean like fire someone.
Like when I worked in restaurants, if we ran out of some type of food, you'd say that menu item is now 86th.
Yeah. It is. Cross it off the menu. Don't tell people about it.
Yes.
Right.
And another fun fact: 8647 is my iPhone passcode. So if you ever want to get into my phone.
Okay. Well, that's what does that number signify for you?
I was just ahead of my time,
Really?
It
had no personal significance to you?
No, it's not actually.
Oh my God. You had me.
It just sounds like a passcode.
Yeah. You had me, Greg. But anyway, so that's what you and I thought this number. And I remember people would post that about Joe Biden. I assume people posted that about Barack Obama.
Yeah. And it makes sense. 86, the 47th president.
Right. Yeah. Now, suddenly people are like, that means kill him.
Oh, hey.
And I'm like, well, I don't think James Comey. He doesn't strike me as the revolutionary type.
Yeah, he's not a Luigi type.
No. This is like a lame cop, Like he's not.
He's a diet cop.
Yeah, right. Like he's very tall, but like other than that, he's just kind of a regular dude, Like not an extremist in any way, other than he devoted his life to law enforcement for some reason. But I don't see him as being, one you'd have to worry about. But they're like, we got to lock him up. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Malicious person out there.
And like, I guess I'm just like, is this legit? Are you sharing? Are they sharing legitimate feelings? Are they like, did they forget that what that number meant, and they honestly think it means kill or assassinate or something, or are they faking it to like? And I don't know why, I guess, why you would fake that.
Very bizarre.
I can't think of why you would fake believing something that you don't, but yeah, I'm just genuinely confused by the reaction to this.
Yeah, very strange.
Very strange. Anyway, and like, I wish there was a number that meant something more than that. Yeah. Now we're talking. But yeah, I don't know, man. 86 doesn't mean that. So also, like, and people are like, well, how'd you like it if I said that about Biden? It's like, fine, great.
Really, again, personally, don't care.
Yeah, or if they're like, well, what would you say if I was like, I hope Biden gets shot? It's like, great. It'd be really weird to do it now. I don't know if we've talked about that yet, but it'd be really weird to assassinate Biden now.
Now that he's just a full-time sleepy boy.
Yeah, like he doesn't have to do anything but sleep. Like, and then Kamala Harris would have to be married to Dr. Jill Biden. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah. So, but anyway, this whole thing silly to me. And then Bruce Springsteen, I guess, said a bunch of stuff on tour. He's in Europe right now. Starting a tour. And I've always been a big Bruce Springsteen fan. And now I still am. Remained a Bruce Springsteen fan. I find it interesting though that he is saying this because he's a very rich. He's a billionaire.
I was just talking with one of my friends a couple nights ago about like I didn't know he was a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, sold a lot of records, and his tours always do very well.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of surprised he's speaking so, because I imagine he's doing good.
He's fine.
Yeah, I imagine he's all right. But I mean, I'm impressed by the fervor with which he's coming out against this administration. He always struck me as just kind of like regular Democrat guy.
Yeah.
Like not someone who would be for rocking the boat all that much, but like I'm like, all right, well, Bruce, good for you, man. Although, man, people are mad. People are mad at him. But and I just there, because remember, people just found out about like Rage Against the Machine's politics.
That's so funny to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I was in high school listening to Evil Empire, like I knew what Rage Against the Machine meant and what they stood for.
Yeah.
And it's funny now, like 30 years later, people are just figuring it out.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I was like, or once I became like somewhat aware of politics, which was around the year 2000, I remember being like, oh, Rage, they must like, they must hate Republicans. And then, and then after a little digging, you're like, oh, they hate both.
Yeah. They're like full anarchists.
They're to the left. They definitely hate the right more.
Yeah. And Tom Morello is a very smart man.
Sure.
But yeah, it's so funny that people are just now figuring that out.
Wait, those guys hate Republicans? Yeah. I mean, they hate both, but they hate you more. Yes.
Literally what their band name means.
You guys are more of the machine.
Yeah. The machine is not your mom telling you to do the dishes. That's not what they're raging against.
Or people who wear masks. They're not the machine.
Settle down.
But and then I just know there's the same morons who were like, what about them, or like that, or be like that with Bruce Springsteen, like, well, I didn't know. Like, dude, have you listened to Born in the USA? Like, it's a stark criticism of the country. Like, come on, man. And I just know, I know it. I know there's going to be some who are like, what the fuck? I didn't know this guy was liberal. Anyway, with that, we have a live Snakes coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, June 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Who's hosting that one?
Jay Jordan.
Jay Jordan's hosting. Yeah, Jay Jordan.
And you're on that show.
And I'm on that show, so that'll be a fun one. And then of course I have that's Thursday, June 5th. $10 cash at the door. Starts at 9. Doors at 8:30. Greg's playing music. Should be a good time. Yes. And then of course I still also host a weekly. Just gonna burp a little bit. A weekly.
Very good.
Yep. Weekly open mic there at the Gutter at 5 p.m. every Thursday.
5 p.m.
Well.
$5, 5 minutes.
5 minutes. There you go. Sign up at 4:30. So if you're a comic who listens to this podcast, come do the show or come do the mic and stick around for the show.
Yeah.
Stick around. Come for the mic. Stay for the show. There we go. Yes. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. Thanks so much for listening. See you next time. Talking Schmidt is recorded at Burmeister Studios in
Astoria, Queens.
Opening music is by Greg Burmeister. Closing music is by
Greg Burmeister.
Our intern is Jason Travis. If you like what you've heard, please like, follow, and write a review for us wherever you listen to podcasts. If you didn't like it, please keep listening to it, but keep your opinions to yourself. If you really liked it, you can find bonus episodes over on our Talking Schmidt Patreon page. Membership is just $5 per month, and it goes a long way to buy us the equipment and bourbon we need. Thanks in advance, and hope you're doing great.